Hello everyone, it's me Raj Karki. In this video, I will show you how you can create Cascade select questions in KOBO Toolbox. This video will totally focus on Cascade select questions, and I guess you already know how to create an account in KOBO Toolbox as well as also create an online survey form in KOBO Toolbox. But even if you don't know about it, you can watch my previous video about them and learn about them. Once again, this video will totally focus on Cascade select questions, and by the end of this video you will learn about or learn to create Cascade select question form like this one. Let me preview the form. And here is our form. This is called Cascade select questions, and you can see it over here. When you select one option, the subsequent or consequent options will appear. It is called Cascade select questions. First of all, I would like you to go to your search bar and search for Cascade question KOBO or something like that. This will get you to the support page or tutorial page of KOBO Toolbox. I am showing you this because I want you to be familiar with the support page of KOBO Toolbox, because in the future new feature of KOBO might be available, and by being familiar with this page you will learn about them and will be able to use them in your survey form development. So here you can see it over here. Our Cascade select questions has three core components. The first one is list name, the second one is name, and third one is label. So these are the three core components of Cascade select questions, and you need Excel to develop Cascade select questions for your KOBO Toolbox. Now let's see the graphical representation, and this is the actual representation of our list name, and label. So basically the list name is the name of our list. Here you can see this is food type. This food type is our list name, and you can also see the name component. So basically name component is the code we assign to our label. So name is arbitrary. You can assign them anything you want as long as the list name and name follow two simple rules. The rule is over here. The rules for list name and name both should be of one word, and if you want to use more than one word like this food type, you can use underscore between two word or three word, so that technically it appears to be one word. The next rule is they should be unique. That means no any name or the code code for name is repeated. Here also you can see the rules are followed in list name as well as in name. So label is actually an option that will appear in front of our respondents, and label can be anything. There is no any certain rule for label. So first of all we have our list name for the label, and actual label. Name is basically code code. So this is done. Now again there is a space, so you can see it over here. Then we head to our next list name, which is fruit underscore vegetable. Then there are options which will be under our fruit underscore vegetable, or second list name. And here is the name or code for our labels, which we have assigned arbitrarily as long as we follow these two rules. Next we again leave some space over here. Then we create new list name. Here are some of the options or label which will be under our third list name. Here is the name or code for our these labels. This is the first section or first part of our Cascade questions. And next part is we want to link these options with our these options. For this you need to copy list name of the options that were before them. In this case it's our food type, so copy it and paste it over here. Next step is to link these option with this one. So here we want to link berries, citrus fruits and tropical fruits with fruits. For that we need to copy our this name or code for fruits and paste it over here. The next step is we want to link peas and beans, root vegetables, salad vegetables with vegetables. The code for vegetables is BEG veg. So copy the veg, the code for vegetables and paste it over here. Now we want to link our preferred food list type with fruit vegetable. For this you need to create a separate column. Copy the fruit underscore vegetable over the next column. It has been already copied. Now it's time to link strawberries, blackberries, raspberries with berries. And we know here the code or name for berries is BE. So the code for berries is copied over here under the heading fruit underscore vegetable. Here lime, lemon, orange belongs to citrus fruits. The code for citrus fruit is CT underscore F. So the code is here. It has been copied over here under the heading fruit underscore vegetable. In this way, you can create cascade select question or develop cascade select question in Excel file. And here is our also graphical representation, how the options are linked to the options before them. For example, berries, citrus fruits, tropical fruits are linked with fruits. Peas and beans, root vegetables, salad vegetables are linked with vegetables through their codes, and strawberries, blackberries, raspberries are linked with berries through the code of berries. Now let's do some practical. So for the practice I have created a sample. So our first step is once again to create three core component of cascade select question. The first component is list underscore name. The second component is name. Third component is label. Our list name is, you can see it over here, country, capital COUNTRI, country, and then there are names of country, that is Nepal, India, China, USA. After this, what you can do is just drag the list name over here and assign arbitrary unique code or name to your label. So for Nepal, I will use the code NP. For India, I will use the code IN. For China, I will use the code CHIN, China, all small. For USA, I will just use the USA, all small. So code has been assigned. Now next step is you leave some space over here, one space. I mean just leave the one row blank over here and start second list name. Select underscore city and type the name of the city. First one is Kathmandu, second one is Butol, third one is Pokhara, fourth one is other Nepali city. We have New Delhi as well, then Mumbai, then Chennai, then Beijing, then Shanghai, then Shenzhen, New York, Washington DC, then we have Chicago. So all the cities' name has been added in the label section. Now it's time to drag the list name till the last city name. So you can see the list name for country is corresponding to country and the list name for city is corresponding to city. So now it's time to assign unique code or name to city. I will assign KTM for Kathmandu, BTL for Butol, POK for Pokhara, or simply I can write PKR. It's arbitrary. I can write anything I want as long as I follow these two simple rules. Both list name and name should be of one word. If you want to use more than one word, use underscore, and this should be unique. O underscore N underscore C, and new for N for New Delhi, new underscore D MUM CH DE SH, and for Shenzhen I could have used SH, but since SH has already been used for Shanghai. I have to make this unique, so I'll just add one more letter that and make it SHEC and N_YWD, and for Chicago I can write CH, but since the CH has already been used for Chennai, so in order to make it unique I'll add letter I to make it more unique, because I don't want to violate the second rule, which is the name as well as the list should be unique. So our first part of this Cascade select question has been developed. Now it's time for second part. In the next part, we need to link these option or this city name with the name of the country. For that, just copy the list name that is before the list name you want to link. In this case, it's country. So country is copied over here in the new column, because I want to link the name of the city with the name of the country. So first four are name of the city that belongs to Nepal, and here the code or the name for Nepal is NP. So I just copied the code for Nepal, which is NP, and paste it over here. It has been pasted. The next step is these three cities belong to India. So the code for India is IN. I have pasted the code for India and dragged them. The next is China and pasted the code for China over here, over its corresponding cities. Then USA, paste the code of USA to its corresponding cities, and it is done. So our Cascade select question is done. You can see it over here. This section actually work for linking the previous section or previous list name with the upcoming list name. In this case, the previous list name is this one and the upcoming list name is this one. So our simple Cascade select question has been developed. Now it's time to deploy it in KOBO Toolbox. For that, just copy the whole section in which we have filled our text. Ctrl C, go to KOBO Toolbox, click on this icon which says Insert Cascading Select. So just paste, and it has been pasted. You can see this is how it looks. Then click on Done. Our Cascade select question have been deployed. You can preview them by clicking this eye icon over here. So this is our Cascade select question. So this is how our Cascade select question for location can be developed, and I want to copy the Cascade select questions which I have pre-developed, in which I have added extra countries like Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand. So first of all, the same process need to be repeated. Select all the section in which we have filled our text. It has been selected. Ctrl C, copied, and go to Insert Cascading Select, paste, done. So it has been done. Our new Cascade select question based on location is deployed in this KOBO form. Now I want to group them. In order to group those question or any question, you can just click on create group with selected questions. So our group has been created. I'll just type in location. You can minimize this question by clicking over here, this triangle. It is minimized, then it will be easier to drag. So it has been dragged and added over here. I can also write hint to my question. For example, please select your country, and copy this hint. Please select your city. Similarly, I can also add more question. The first question is name of the respondent. Name is a text type of question. The second one is sex of the respondent, which is select one type of question. Select one. The option are either female, male, or other. And the third question. age of the respondents. Age will be number, so number type of question has been selected. Now I want to group this question in under demographic information, and just add these questions in the group. So questions have been added. Now I will name the group demographic information. I can minimize this whole group by clicking over here, minimized. Okay, so we are in the process of developing Cascade select question. Now let's head to our second example. In our second example, there is study discipline and subject. So here is our three core components: list name, name and label. Here is our list name. Here is our code or name for our labels, and here is our label. And once again, we have followed both of the rule for our list name and name, that is they should be of one word, and if you want to have more than one word, use underscore, and the name and the list name should be unique. Then we leave a blank row over here and start our new list name, which is subject. Here is our label for the subject and code or name for the subject. The first section is over here. Now it's time for second section. So in the second section, we want to link these subjects with study discipline before them. For this, just copy the list name preferred discipline over here, and whole new column has been created or started. And now it's time to link these subjects with discipline name. Here social science has the code ASS, so I'll just copy the code ASS over here and drag them corresponding to all these three subjects. For these four subjects, they belong to natural science. The code for natural science is NS, so I'll just add natural science to all these corresponding subjects that belong to natural science. These three belongs to formal science, so code for formal science is over here. And finally, you can do the same for humanities section also. Just copy the code for humanities over here, and it is done. Our second Cascade select question has been developed. Just copy the whole section in which you have filled the text, which I have already done, and go to your KOBO Toolbox form development. Click over here, insert cascading select, click and paste your copied values. It will appear something like this, and click on done. So you can see it over here, it has been created. Now I want to group them under the heading study discipline. I can minimize this question by clicking over here and this as well, so that it will be easier for me to drag them and put them in their respective heading. And I can minimize this whole group as well. Next is we see the example of our next Cascade select question. I have the graphical representation for it also. So we have three core components over here: list name, name and label. Okay, then there is our first list name, the name or the code, code assigned to our label, and our label. We leave a blank row over here and start our next list name, which is users type, and here is our code, here is our label. Again, we leave a blank row over here, start our next list name. Here is the series, and here is our code or name for our label. Here is our label. Again, we leave a blank row over here and start our next list. So the name of the last list is laptop. Its labels are here, or the options are here, and the code are over here. So this is our first section of Cascade select questions. Everything is arranged in such a way: this one will appear first, this one will appear second when one of the option over here is selected, and this one will appear in third when one of the option over here is selected, and this one will appear in fourth when one of the option over here is selected. The next step or the next section deal with linking all these options with each other. First of all, I want to link brand and users type, that is first and second list. To do that, I just need to copy first list name, that is brand, over the new column over here. So new column has been set up, and Here you can see there are 4 options. 2 options belong to Dell and 2 options belong to Lenovo. So the code for Dell is DE. I just copy the code DE over here corresponding to its options, and Lenovo, the code for Lenovo is LE, and I just copy the code of Lenovo over here LE to its corresponding options. The next thing I want to do is I want to link users type with series. So here users type come first before series. So I'll copy the list name users type over the new column over here. It has been copied, and then link these option with this one. So Dell Precision series is workstation under the Dell. The code for is DE_W. Done. And Dell Latitude series and XP series are the options that will fall under the general use of Dell laptop. So DE_Z. It is also done over here. The corresponding option or label is linked with the code of the previous options. Log series, Legion series, ThinkPad belong to workstation of Lenovo laptop. The code for it is LE_W. Copy the code and paste them over here corresponding to the respective options. Then IdeaPad and Yoga are general use laptop of Lenovo. Copy the code for general use of Lenovo laptop LE_Z and paste them over here. So this step has also been done. Now the next step is to link the series of laptop with actual laptop. For that, copy the list name called series over new column. You can see the list name called series has been copied over new column. Now it's time to link these 2 options. You can see the Precision laptop belong to Dell Precision series. The code for them is D_PR. Paste the code over here. And the Dell Latitude series has 2 variety of laptop. The code for Dell Latitude is D_LA. Paste the code over here under the series. You can repeat the same process over here, and if you want to, you can freeze the upper row so that it won't move. Just click on freeze top row. By doing this, your top row won't move here and there, and it will be easy for you to add the code under the corresponding column. So once you finish doing all this by linking your list name and their options, just copy this whole section which you have just filled with text and codes, copied, and go to your KOBO. Click over here, insert cascading select, then paste them. It will initially look like this. Click on done. Your laptop related cascade select questions have been created in KOBO. Now I want to group them under a similar heading, that is select laptop. Minimize this question, minimize these questions so that it will be easier for me to drag and drop them under their group. I can minimize this group as a whole. Okay, now I can preview the form over here. You can see the name section or demographic information is over here, and location is over here. The hint is over here, and when I select this one, the subsequent option will appear. I can minimize this as well. Then there is study discipline, and it is also working. I can minimize this as well. And there is our laptop, and it is also working. The next thing I can do is I can make my questions compulsory. For that, I just need to select yes in this mandatory response option, and the asterisk mark will appear over here. This symbolize, or this means that this question is compulsory. Let's do the same process for all the question, all the demographic question. Asterisk mark appeared over here. Let's do this for age as well. Click on yes over mandatory response, yes, and the asterisk mark appeared over here. So these 3 questions have been made compulsory. Let's minimize them. In the case of location, if you have noticed or not, under the select underscore city, there is other city in Nepal, other city in USA, other city in India, other city in China. So I want my respondent to be able to enter the city name if it is not available here, please type your city. Okay, add question. This is a subjective type of question, so I want my respondent to be able to fill the information. And next step is I want to establish a condition or skip logic. This question will appear only when certain conditions are met. For this, the condition is they have to select other city in USA, or they have to select other city in Nepal, or they have to select other city in India, or they have to select other city in China. Either one of these conditions has to be fulfilled. Now let's select this option as well. Previous responses should match any of these conditions. So this means if any one of these condition is matched or selected or fulfilled, only then our this question will appear. Let's test it out by previewing our form. So these three demographic information have been made compulsory, and if I try to leave it like this, it will ask this field is required, and it is symbolized by the asterisk mark over here. In the case of location, let's go to Nepal, and if I select other city, then this option will appear where I can fill in the information. If I select India and other city in India, I can fill in other information. But if I select Chennai, it won't appear. Same case is for China, other city in China, and this question will appear. I can fill in the information, like I can write Lhasa, but if I select other option, it won't appear. So this is how Cascade select question work. And you can see it over here. Our list name is over here. Our labels, that is country name, is over here, and the code for the country is over here. Again, the list name is over here, the label or the city name is over here, and the code for the city is here. I hope you learned about creating Cascade select questions, and don't forget to save your progress, otherwise it might get lost. Thank you for watching this video.